Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to either Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure what day this video is going to go out, but welcome to Runescape Free Marketwatch. Now, Runescape Free Marketwatch is the series where we go through the Grand Exchange on the homepage, price rises and price falls, to pick out anything up in price, down in price, worthwhile doing for a money making method or investing your GP into. Now, what we're going to be doing, I'm still trying to think of the best way to include the Wiki's new tool for the live Grand Exchange. But what I'll do when we go through the Grand Exchange price rise and price falls, anything which I can see is considerably not what it should be in its market price, I'll go and research onto the Grand Exchange price and just let you guys know from there as well. Now, in terms of updates this week, a pretty patchy one in terms of the main update. We have some more leagues reveals and the API plugin and review, which should have already been on the channel either earlier on or yesterday. Go and check it out because it is an absolute banger in terms of the content which we've got. But we're not here for that. We are here for one thing and one thing only. Welcome to Runescape Free Marketwatch. So as always, let's start with the price rises and see what we've got in store for this week. So starting strong, Bronze Nails up 2 GP, 26 GP total. The Anti-Sanguine Potion currently trading for around 100k GP, still around the same as what it was last week. But what I would say, as I've kept saying for a couple of times, is if you're someone who does it for a Slayer task, stockpile on that matter because at some point it's going to make you some insane cash. We have the Dinosaur Hide at 2.1 mil. That is currently around 3.8 mil. Again, the Grand Exchange price is nowhere near where it needs to be. And the Apex Sinew around 400k. We have Steel Darts at 18 GP each. Lustrous Energy 344. The Raw Giant and Chopper Meat 121.5k. And the Ring of Vitor now up to 3.5 mil. Actually a pretty solid price to be fair, considering you'll gradually get it while doing a big stint of thieving. Not too bad there at all. We have a Hand Cannon at 1.2 mil, and the Eternal Planks with a Grand Exchange price of 6.5k, but currently trading around 7.9. Not as high as what I imagine them to have sat at, but I think as soon as we get a double XP announced, which we probably will in the next couple of months, these will go insane. So if you're someone who's looking to utilize your machines, I would suggest, at least for the time being, stocking up on Eternal Planks, because once that double XP is announced, those frame prices are going to go crazy. We have Chocolate Bar 620, a large crate of vintage components at 3.5 mil. Raw Giant Kebab Meat 97.1k and a regular Ritual Candle 820 GP each. We have an Energy Gathering Scrimshaw 478.2k and a Full Arrow at 1.5k each. A Full Arrow being at that price possibly means you could make some money making Full Arrows, and Full Arrows are incredibly AFK and good XP as well. Your big problem will be to buy enough Resonance Anima of Full, just because of buy limits and stuff like that, but it could definitely be something to make a lot of GP with and also get some incredible fletching XP as well. An Archer Ring has jumped up quite aggressively, 12.2 mil. Necrytor is at 5.1k and Silver Spines of 598 GP each. We have Foot Wraps at the first Necromancer, 34.2. Ectoplasm is going on a bit of a tear in a minute, 1.7 thousand coins. It's probably the highest price I've seen Ectoplasm maybe in a year or more. So if you're someone who does rituals quite often, maybe you do rituals for money, that Ectoplasm is starting to creep up in price a lot. We have Magic Longbows at 3.5k each. They and the short bows have gone up so much. I'm not sure if it's down to the fact that you get quite really good invention components from them, but it's a good way to make some profit with fletching is to go and buy the logs. The logs really ain't too much at the minute, about 850, 900 GP. And for a bowstring, 600 GP, 2k per bow, really decent if you're looking for that kind of money making method. We have Crystal Flasks at 6.8 thousand coins each. A Pot of Butter is going to be 2.7k. Wood Spirits 57. And a Bronze Bar jumping up quite aggressively to 2.4k. We have Laurens at 431 GP each. Warrior's Ring 320,000 coins. Robo the First Necromancer just under 200 mil at 194.9. And then Red Berry Pie at 5.4k. We have a Dragon Harpoon at 6.2 mil. Gliding Whirly Gig Shell at 28.5. A large Crater Time 1 components are now 1.1 mil and Masterwork range body is 381.6 mil. Now looking at the brand new updated wiki, that is 423 mil, so it's not too far out of actually being the actual mid price as well, which is nice. It's always worth price checking, especially with Masterwork items, because they're so all over the place in terms of their Grand Exchange value. We have Dragon Metal at 2.8k each, a Spade is 2.4. Power Burst of Vitality 5.2k each and a Serenic Scale now 38.8k. We have Strawberries at 995, Vestments of Havoc Hood 102 mil, Emerald Necklace 3.7k each and a Sardine is 121 GP. Huge Plated Adamant Salvage 14,000 coins each, Mushroom Potato 382, Dagannoth Hide at 1.1k each, and Powder Berries at 404.3. We have Dragon Fruit at 15.7, Star Bloom Flower at 18.2, and Clockwork finally at 5.5k each. Now Clockwork, still pretty good in terms of moneymaker from Steel Bars. Steel Bars are only about 1.5k each, so you could pick that up. They will get stronger sort of like as time goes on or if there's a demand for them, but you can still make some decent money there. So in terms of this week, kind of all over the price really. Like Ectoplasm seems to me to be the biggest stick out one in terms of things to make cash with. Eternal Planks, still a very good price, even though they're a bit cheaper than what I thought it was. And the Dagannoth Rings as well, going up for the Archers and Warrior, but pretty basic week actually. Not too much in terms of like money making going spot out. Magic Longbows are still going up in terms of price. The Crystal Flasks are still very strong as well. So if you're someone who has the ability, you can always go and AFK some Crystal Glass to make some decent GP. And that's about it really. Like a lot of basic boring items have gone up, which aren't really like good enough to do in terms of moneymaker, which maybe means that price falls are going to be absolutely carnage for today. So let's go and jump in, let's go and have a look and see what is down in terms of price falls. So starting off, Magic Plank, 1.1k each, which I've mentioned it for the past couple of weeks. I do have a lot of refined Magic Planks on the Hogger. I just don't understand how they're going to be this cheap. Like, Magic Frames are still good. Like, Magic Frames can still be used. So to be that kind of price is just, like, wild. We have Maple Planks at 247 GP each. Armadillo Buckler, 1.3 mil. Orb of the Cura Elder, 9.8 mil. That's dropped down 4 mil this week. And I'm going to pre-warn you guys because you can already see it on the page already. God Wars 2, God Wars, anything which has a trophy for the house is going to be obliterated. If you're someone who is looking to make some massive upgrades in your combat armors, now could be an incredibly good time as well, because that orb just there is a tier 85. If you're leveling up to get somewhere, or maybe you're looking to get some really cheap invention materials, now is the time to do it, because the prices here are going to be brutal. So the orb is 9.8 mil, we have the Zamorak Essence 3.1, the Zamorak Rug is 1.6, but these are like 50k each, so if you want to buy a rug or buy an altar, just put an offer in a gun exchange, it'll eventually buy you over time. Saradomin's Hum, 2.5 mil, Spectral Lens, 5 mil. We have Shadow Glaives, 4.5 mil for the main hand, 5.5 mil for the offhand. They are so cheap. Shadow components aren't as in demand as what they used to be, but they're still very good. And especially if you're someone who's like leveling your account up, tier 85 for a combined 10 mil is such a good price. So yeah, it's going to be fun on the Hogger actually when it's time to go and actually delve in and push for that combat stuff. Because like I can just buy so much decent stuff now for such a cheap price. We have Tectonic Energy, 535k each. Amulet of the Forsaken, 5.2. Armadillo Chain Skirt, 2.4 mil, and the gloves are going to be 1.4. Elder Plank, 7.1k, which I think that's going to drop down a bit more. Like the Eternal Plank can't be less than what the Elder Plank is, but I don't think there's going to be a lot of GP between them. It's really interesting to watch them over the next couple of weeks just to see where they're going to settle. We have Crest of Zaros, 8.1 mil, Bandos Tassets under 800k each, Armadillo Boots 1.6 mil, and the Wand of the Kira Elders 9.2 mil for that. We have Bandos Chestplate under 900k, the Am Z 26.9 mil, nowhere near that price, it's just for whatever reason, it's one of those things Jaggers just don't change the price of. Elder Frames 108k each, which is incredibly cheap. Like the frame prices have just absolutely gone and it just doesn't make sense. I knew they were going to crash anyway because they amended the XP per hour you've got, and also you've got the Eternal Frames which are going to be the best in slots. But 108k is aggressive for how good the XP normally is as well. Like a U frame being 39k is quite like eye-opening just to like how cheap it is. You gotta think as well, these are not high volume items. So if you're someone who's like thinking about training construction a little bit down the line, like look at these, because even with the reduction of the XP, they've got so much cheaper that the GP per XP will probably be the same as what it was before. And it's a great AFK thing to do as well. So I don't know, I'm someone who's invested in them, so I don't want to push it too hard, but I would look at like investing in construction if I was planning to train construction on a double XP. The Refined Magic Planks is 13.2 mil. We have an Armadillo Helmet 1.4, Saradomin Hilt 1.5. Legacy's Ember Staff 45.4 mil, and Sandstone for a 2kg is 267 GP. A Standard Shortbow 2.4k each, Armadillo Chestplate 2.6, Bandos Helmet 74.2k, and Mud Runes at 329. We have Zaros Anima Core Legs 10.3, Celestian Essence 155k, Cabbage Seed 160, and a Anima Core Body of Zaros 9.8 mil. We have Heart of a Seer 35.8, Bedknot's Gloves at 115k, Teleport to House at 6.2, Marigolds at 3,000 coins, and Refined Elder Planks at 44.1. Coal is coming in 146 GP each, a Greater Ritual Candle 1.4k for that. Codex of Lost Knowledge 7.8 mil, and a Staff of Fire is 1.9k. Scrimshaw Vampirism 2.7 mil, Hood of Subjugation 1.8. Alteration Necklace 149.4k, and a Ring of Respawn is 11.7. We have Bainite Torah at 5.2k each, Scripture Jazz 1.9 mil, Essence of Finality Ornament Kit 37.4, and Furniture Plans for Armadillo 2.3, but that's going to be a couple of k, like it won't be more than 100k for that. We have Vampirism Gloves 9.7 mil, again a really good item, and especially if you're a mid-level, that is an exceptional price to pick that up, but just sort of hold off for a couple of weeks in my opinion. The rates got really bumped up at the crawlers, and those people who will do the crawlers for the potions will go and get quite more of those drops as well. Saradomin's Hiss 53.2, we have a U-Plank at 1.5k, and then finally a Crest of Seren at 14.3. Wow. So anything which is going to be related to either construction and frames, or God Wars 1, God Wars 2, or anything which is a farmable boss, to go after the construction trophies is absolutely getting killed. So what a week in terms of the price falls. Like I've mentioned before, if you're looking for any of these items which can sort of go down into invention components, now is probably going to be the best time for you to heavily invest in this and get some decent invention components for such a good price. If you are a mid-level looking to jump up in terms of your armors, that could be a really good time to go and buy. I'm more interested this week, weirdly enough, in price falls than I am in price rises, which doesn't happen too often, but it just shows the scale of the price falls as well. However, that is going to wrap up this week's Market Watch. Really hope you guys enjoyed. At some point in the future, we're going to go and like use the wiki a bit more, but I'll use the wiki to like backdate prices just to make sure it's workable. The annoying thing with the wiki is that it updates a bit too regularly, so it jumps back to the first page whenever it updates, and then you kind of lose yourself a little bit as well. However, that's going to wrap this video up. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section what you've been doing, what you're planning, and if you're investing in anything as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.